Hey everyone, welcome to Data Millennials. I am Atul, and in this video we are going to discuss about the current date function in Looker or Google Data Studio. So what we are going to do is that we are going to discuss how we can apply or use current date function within a calculated field in Looker. So as you can see over here, I have a table and then I have a graph over here. And in this table I am showing the category wise total sales for today, sales as of yesterday, and total quantity sales. So assume a scenario where you have year-to-date data and you want to show your business management that what is the sales record for today only and what is the sales record as of yesterday. So when we are saying as of yesterday, this means that the total sales minus today's sales is as of yesterday's sales. And then we have the total quantity sales, which is the actual sum of these two numbers. So with the help of current date function within a calculated field, you will be able to calculate these kind of scenarios. One of the another use of current date is that you can show your data or you can show the numbers as of today, as of this time. So this current date function is quite useful in our day-to-day work, and we are going to discuss about this current date function in more detail. So if I'll take you to our raw data, then you can see over here that we have category wise total number of quantities sold on a particular date and what is the unit price of that category. And similarly in this dashboard, I'm showing the quantity sold as of today over here in a scorecard with the help of a calculated field. So this is what you can achieve with the help of this current date function. So before we go and use this current date function in our report, let's understand about this function a little. So current date is a date function in Looker and it returns the current date as of a specific or a specified time zone. So this current date function has only one optional argument, which is time zone. And as I said, it's an optional. It is a text field or expression representing the time zone, or it can be your time zone. So let's go and start creating this table and this graph using the calculated field with the help of current date function. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on edit first, and then I'm going to add a page. In order to add a page, you have to come over here on this section page and then click on new page. And now as we have created this page, let me just copy this header and put it over here in my second page. Let me remove this syntax part. Okay, now the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to read the data. But as I have already imported the data, so it's not required for me, but I'll show you how to import a data from Google Sheet. So what you can do is that you can come over here, add data, then you have to select the connector from which you want to import your data, and then your data will be imported in your report. Once your data is imported, then you can start adding your visualization visits. So for example, over here in this section, I'm going to add a table. So I'm going to take a pivot table, a simple pivot table, and I'm going to put it over here. Let me resize this pivot table. And by default, you can see that Looker has already taken row dimension as category, column dimension as date sold, and metric as record count. So I'm going to remove this date sold from here in my column dimension. I need category, and then I need to show two columns, or exactly three columns, as I have shown in page 1, to today's sales, as of yesterday's sale, and total quantity sales. So first of all, I'm going to add the total quantity sale. So if I select this table, then if I take this quantity sold and put it over here instead of this record count, you will see that the total quantity sold is present over here. Now the second thing that I need to do is that I need to add the sale as of today. For that, I'm going to create a calculated field in my data. To add a calculated field, what you can do is that you can come over here on add a field. Then you have to click on add calculated field. The first thing that Looker will ask you is the field name. So in field name, you have to give a meaningful name so that you can recognize that what exactly this field represents. So for me, I'm going to give sales as sales for today only. Then I have to give a formula over here. So we are using current date function in my calculated field to calculate or check within which of these categories the items has been sold and what is the total items sold for today only within these categories. So I'm going to create, or I'm going to write a case function. Okay, so let's write the case function over here, saying that case when the date sold, you can see that we have date sold over here, the column date sold is equal to current date. Then we are going to take the quantity sold item, or the quantity sold column, else we are going to take 0 as the value and we are going to end this case statement. Let me copy this formula because I'm going to use this formula again, where I have to take the total quantity sold as of yesterday. So once you have written your formula, then you can scroll down and click on save. And once you click on save, you will see that you have this tick mark over here which says formula syntax is valid, and then you can click on finish. The moment you will click on finish, you will see that you have a new column over here, or a new field over here, says sales for today only. Now I can take this sales for today only calculated field and put it over here as my metric. Now you have quantity sold and sales for today only, and you will see that there is a difference. So for today, category 5, we have sold 25,846 item, but for the entire time period we had sold 40,439 items. Now if I want to check how many items were sold as of yesterday, then again I can create a calculated field, and to create a calculated field I'm going to click on add a field, then add calculated field. I'm going to give a name over here, so I'll say quantity sold as of yesterday. Then again I'm going to use a case statement, but over here with this current date function I'm just going to put -1, and I'm going to change this operator over here, and I'm going to say date sold is less than equal to, I don't need to use this -1 over here. So let's say that when date sold is less than, not equal to, less than current date. So whenever this column date sold will have a value where the date is less than today, it will calculate, or it will take the quantity sold and put it over there. So let me scroll down and click on save. Then I'm going to click on finish. So the moment I clicked on finish, I can see that I have a new column over here which says quantity sold as of yesterday. I can take this column and put it over here in my metric section, and now I'll have a new column in my table which says quantity sold as of yesterday. So as of yesterday we had sold 14,593 items, and if I add these two, sales for today and quantity sold as of yesterday, then I'll have the total quantity sold item which is 40,439. Now if I want to use these two fields which I have just created using the calculated field in my different visualization widget, I can do that. So let's take these two fields and create a graph. To add a graph, click on add a chart, then take any of the graph. So let's take this bar graph and put it over here. Now by default, Looker has taken category as dimension and metric as quantity sold. So I'm going to add these two fields as my metric, and you can see that we have the values represented on the graph, and the value that is quantity sold as of yesterday and sales for today is those fields which we have just created using the calculated field with the help of current date function. So now let me just put the data points over here. Now the last part that we are going to do with this calculate field is that we are going to create a scorecard with the help of current date function. So I'm going to click on add a chart and I'm going to take a scorecard and let's put it over here. Now if I want to use current date function within a scorecard with a calculated field, then I can do that. So I can take this sales as of today only and put it over here as metric, and you will see that you have the values over here. Now if I select this table and click on show grand total, then you will see that the values is matching over here. So this is how basically you can use current date function within a calculated field in Looker. Happy learning and see you in the next video.